LeBron is still LeBron, and the league is still the face of the league. But there's always that, all right, who's going to be next? And we weren't sure who was going to be. But then again, we really were, because Zion Williamson has been that guy since the ball tipped off at Duke in his first season, in his only season, his rookie season, his freshman year. And then we've been waiting for him to emerge as that next guy, and that might be happening right now. I remember
Not
when.
might.
Yeah, okay.
Not
it
might.
is happening? Okay. I remember when Shaquille O'Neal came on the scene. We watched him in college, and it was a joke how physically strong he was, and he just dominated the college game. But then who was the other guy on that team? Was it Stanley Roberts, right, on the LSU team? There was another 7-footer on that team, and they both were insane. But then he gets to the pro level, and what he did as a 22-year-old against grown men in the pros, like him going up against Olajuwon and Ewing and some of the big, well-known, established centers, it was something we'd never seen before, with his ability to dominate the game physically and yet also have the athleticism he had. And it was a marvel that first couple of years watching Shaq. And you thought, we'll never see anything like this again in the sport. Well, maybe we are seeing it again in Zion, but maybe we're seeing it in a different way. So he is now, after putting up 25 points in a win over the Celtics, and we'll talk about the Celtics later because they're a problem. The Pelicans win 115-90 last night. And Zion now, it was his 24th straight game with 20 points at least, shooting 50% from the field. It's one shy of, Shaq's record for longest streak in NBA history, that according to Elias. So when we discuss Shaq and his dominance, we discuss Zion and what he's doing right now. The difference is Zion's game is different than Shaq's. Oh, it's power, but from a different position. And earlier this week, Rick Carlisle, after Zion dominated the Mavericks, Rick Carlisle had this to say, this observation about Zion.
He is just creating collisions out there. And this is a Shaquille O'Neal type force of nature with a point guard skill set.
Shaq in a point guard skill set.
Zion Williamson is going to start attracting big-time superstars to New Orleans. He's the biggest unstoppable force there is in the league right now because of the position in which he's being played. He's a Shaq in a point guard position, right? He's last 10 games averaging 29, shooting 68% from the field. And shame on us for going on national TV and national radio talking about LaMelo Ball. And I love LaMelo Ball being the next face of the NBA. I've said it multiple times. I'm not talking about social media superstar. I'm talking about NBA star. The best player in the game has typically been the face of the NBA. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. The numbers that Zion Williamson is putting up right now is trending in that direction. I'm not going to be this guy, hey, Jay, you're just caught in the moment, you're hyped because of the position he's being played at. Let's play a game. Let's talk about, I'm going to ask you who the bigger NBA star is, and I want you to tell me your answer. Let's go through the top 10 or top 15 players in the league. LeBron James, Zion Williamson, LeBron James, right?
Yes.
Bigger star.
Okay.
Kevin Durant, bigger star, right? Giannis, Zion Williamson.
That's a push.
Woo! You have to start thinking about it.
It is, isn't it?
That's
You have
a
to start
push.
thinking about
I'm
it.
sorry.
I still think Giannis, but you have to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
You're going star, and that includes everything about the player. I think it's a push.
Okay, Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, I think is bigger than
Steph,
Zion.
yeah.
Okay, James Harden.
James Harden.
James Harden, I would agree. Kawhi Leonard.
Push.
I think Kawhi just because he's won.
He might be
he's
a better,
won 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs.
But again, star is a different
But it
word
makes you
now.
start thinking,
All right,
correct?
Keep going.
Anthony Davis.
I want to give the edge to Zion.
This is an uncomfortable conversation, Jay.
I want to give the edge to Zion.
I started thinking about it last night. Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic. I got it correct.
Well
I
done.
said it. I actually
Well done.
enunciated it.
Yeah, I again, because Luka really has made that he's evolved into a star as well.
It was in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, I still
last
put
year.
them together. What he did in the bubble was dynamic, and Zion was not great in the bubble. So I'll put Luka in that category.
Jokic.
Zion's a bigger star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dame. I think Dame is bigger. Dame is bigger. Bradley Beal.
Oh, Zion.
Kyrie Irving.
Zion is more likable. He's more likable. Come on, Chris.
Here's what's
More
happening right
likable.
now.
That matters.
Here's
when
what's
you're a star.
happening right now.
I didn't say notorious. I
We're
said
talking
star.
about name recognition, a name that you automatically know right away. You're like, man, Zion is like, he might be top
And look
7
what
in
you
the
Jay, you're
league.
talking about all NBA performers.
Yes.
You're talking about all NBA performers, and outside of the top 4 or 5 guys in the NBA, it being a close call whether or not Zion is a bigger star.
And the problem is the numbers are starting to match the recognition. The numbers are starting to match the recognition. And last year, people want to say, well, you know, he didn't live up to expectations. He was injured twice last year. I mean, we had a season, you know, on and off with the pandemic, all these other things happening. This year, he's fully healthy. Look at the numbers.
Conditioning
and look at the
was
time in
also
which
a
he's
story,
doing
Jay.
it. If he remains healthy, shame on us. Because we have LaMelo Ball, Zion Williamson is the heir apparent to the face of the NBA.
But, Jay, is it really shame on us, or is it shame on the Pelicans for not realizing earlier in his career that Zion would be better served being this point forward guy and being a primary ball handler rather than forcing him into this role as being your power forward?
I give credit to the Pelicans. They got rid of their head coach. They let Alvin Gentry, bye-bye. Stan Van Gundy, come on in here. Now, look, Stan, there are other questions. I think this should be better than what they were. But that switch for him, utilizing Zion as a point guard, I give him a standing applaud for that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.